정부 서울 청사역입니다.
I remember like my first time 잊지를 못해 우리 처음으로 만난 그날은 내게 마치 환상 yeah. 수많은 사람으로 가득했던 한강 And it was so beautiful just like your face 젊고 아름다운 넌 서울 같아 난 아주 트렌디하지만 너만의 이야기가 있어 너를 내게 말해줘 I'm just trying to love you better So many stars like a big universe 별빛이 담긴 길거리들 떠들고 싶어 너와 둘이서 Fall in love with the city 매일 새로운 느낌이 yeah C-E-L-O-V-E come ride with me I'm a city love yeah C-E-L-O-V-E come ride with me I'm a city love You're so different 누구와도 비교할 수 없는 개성이 있어 그래서 어디서나 받지도 영어른 시선 무엇을 하든 top class 너는 남기지 이름 쉽게 만족 못해 널 향해 보다 더 위를 You take it higher back to sun 어떤 일을 하든 최선 다해 100% yeah 어렵게 찾은 너는 내 사랑이구나 이리 와서 업고 놀자 함께 사랑갈 부르자 꼭 잡은 두 손에 너와 나의 true romance 흩어져 있어도 같은 마음 Soul is the name so it lives in my heart yeah 꼭 잡은 두 손에 너와 나의 true romance 흩어져 있어도 같은 마음 Soul is the name so it lives in my heart yeah C-E-L-O-V-E come ride with me on my city love yeah C-E-L-O-V-E come ride with me on my city love yeah
On behalf of the Embassy of the Republic of Korea to the Republic of Singapore, a very warm welcome to all, and thank you for joining us to commemorate the National Foundation Day and the 73rd anniversary of the Armed Forces Day of the Republic of Korea. We now begin with a speech by His Excellency Choi Hoon, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the Republic of Singapore.
His Excellency S. Iswaran, Minister for Transport and Minister in charge of Trade Relations, Excellencies, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Korean National Day virtual celebration, commemorating the foundation of the First Kingdom of Korea more than 4,000 years ago, as well as the 73rd anniversary of the Armed Forces Day. As the new ambassador representing the Republic of Korea, I would have very much enjoyed meeting everyone in person and shaking your hand, if only it were not for COVID-19. It is regrettable that I can only welcome you virtually, but I promise I will reach out to you soon so we can meet face to face. Allow me to begin by commending Singapore for how it has dealt with the pandemic. Pioneership and discipline are perhaps the two words that best capture how Singapore has handled the COVID-19 crisis. In the past year and a half, Singapore has been pioneering new ways to cope with the evolving situation, with one of the highest vaccination rates in the world, combined with a thorough tracing system and multi-layer testing regime. Singapore is in a good position for a safe and gradual transition from pandemic to endemic. However, even the best system is effective only to the extent that it is supported by discipline. In this regard, I'm amazed by the maturity of Singapore society that underpins the seamless implementation of policies and the strictness of rule of law that guarantees the integrity of policy measures. Korea has also had the infection cases from shooting up, thanks to its digitized tracing and alerting system. For quite some time, Korea has managed to keep the daily confirmed cases stable, among the lowest within developed countries, considering the population size. By the end of October, Korea expects to reach a vaccination rate of 70%, setting it in the transition course to living with COVID. Even amidst the pandemic, Korea-Singapore bilateral cooperation has been robust. With the exception of people-to-people exchange, many aspects of the cooperation between the two nations have recovered pre-pandemic levels, as seen our trade volume, which has surpassed even the pre-pandemic figures. High-level exchanges have continued, not only virtually, but also physically. Not least, the in-person visit of Korean Foreign Minister Jung Eui-yong to Singapore in June demonstrated how much Korea values its relations with Singapore. The focus of his visit was to take stock of ongoing cooperation, including Singapore's sustained support for the peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula and Korea's new Southern Policy Plus initiative, and to look beyond the COVID-19 crisis together with Singapore. Indeed, Korea and Singapore have made progress in the new frontiers of our cooperation. For instance, as two of the most digitized economies in the world, we have been pursuing the Digital Partnership Agreement, which is in its final stages of negotiation. Singapore is the very first country with which Korea is seeking such partnership. We are deepening our cybersecurity cooperation. Korea is actively participating in Singapore's initiatives, such as ASEAN-Singapore Cybersecurity Center of Excellence and Singapore International Cyber Week. We are in the process of establishing high-level dialogue channels. We have found each other as natural partners to test COVID-19 health protocols. Based on mutual respect of the integrity of our respective health system, we operated the reciprocal Green Lane last year and are currently exploring novel approaches to opening our borders, including the mutual recognition of vaccination certificates and travel corridor. And as like-minded countries, there is much more we can do together in the areas such as climate change, supply chain resilience, and maritime environment, to name a few. His Excellency S. Iswaran, distinguished guests, let me conclude by turning your attention to Korean genre painting, which was displayed at Gardens by the Bay as part of the Mid-Autumn Festival. I would like to highlight A Dancing Boy, a painting by Kim Hong-do, one of the most celebrated 18th century artists. In the picture, there is a boy dancing enthusiastically. He is Ira Khan, great-great-grandfather of the current K-pop star. Try searching for the picture online to get a sense of the sheer joy and energy in this boy. We are still a long way off from resuming travel and gathering in large groups. But I hope in a year's time, we'll be in a better world where the 21st century K-pop stars can make it to Singapore, and maybe at least tens of thousands of visitors can move through the travel corridor, exchanging the joy and energy of our two dynamic countries. Finally, please allow me to say a few words in Korean to my fellow Korean compatriots. The 20,000 plus Koreans living in Singapore have been a catalyst for our bilateral relations. 오늘 국경일 행사에 화상으로 참여해 주신 싱가포르 동포 여러분에게 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 그동안 힘들고 어려운 코비드 상황 속에서도 묵묵하게 자리를 지켜주신 여러분께서 진정한 외교관이십니다. 싱가포르 동포 여러분의 건강과 안녕을 기원합니다. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Singapore.
Mari kita raya Singapura sama-sama menuju bahagia. Cita-cita kita yang mulia, berjaya Singapura. Marilah kita bersatu dengan semangat yang baru. Semua kita berseru, majulah Singapura, majulah Singapura. Marilah kita bersatu dengan semangat yang baru. Semua kita berseru, majulah Singapura, majulah Singapura.
It is our honor to have His Excellency S. Iswaran, Minister for Transport and Minister in charge of Trade Relations, deliver his address.
Your Excellency Choi Hun, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Singapore, friends from the Republic of Korea. On behalf of the Singapore government, I would like to extend my congratulations on the anniversary of the National Foundation Day of the Republic of Korea. The Republic of Korea has achieved tremendous progress over the last several decades and is today an important economic partner for many countries, including Singapore. The ROK has navigated the challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic with nimbleness and resilience, and the Korean economy has emerged as one of the few to have surpassed its pre-pandemic peak. Our bilateral relations are excellent and multifaceted, spanning sectors such as trade and investment, infrastructure, defense, environment, tourism, as well as arts and culture. We celebrated the 45th anniversary of diplomatic relations last year, marking a milestone in our long-standing and close partnership. We are also like-minded partners with a common interest in promoting an open and rules-based international ecosystem, with the Korea-Singapore Free Trade Agreement as the cornerstone of our economic relations. We are currently working closely to conclude the Korea-Singapore Digital Partnership Agreement. This is most timely amidst the rapid pace of digital transformation, which has only been accelerated by the pandemic. Common digital frameworks and standards are critical to ensuring secure and efficient cross-border exchanges, e-payments, and data flows, and will position our countries well to tap the opportunities offered by the digital economy, particularly in a post-COVID-19 era. Despite the pandemic, we have continued with important high-level engagements, such as the visit by ROK Foreign Minister, His Excellency Chung Wee-yong in June, and the virtual meeting between Speaker of Parliament Tan Chuan-jin and National Assembly Speaker, His Excellency Park Byung-sok in August. Economic, and infrastructural linkages have also continued to grow and strengthen. I am heartened that Hyundai Motor Group has chosen to build its innovation center in Singapore. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong had attended the groundbreaking ceremony last October. Hyundai Rotem will also supply trains for our upcoming 7th Metro line, the Jurong Region line, and will set up a base in Singapore to provide long-term service support and enhanced maintenance for these trains. Enterprise Singapore and the ROK Ministry of SMEs and Startups also collaborated to open the K Startup Centre in Singapore in 2020. These are exciting developments that will pave the way for more Korean companies to invest in Singapore, partner with our local suppliers and SMEs, and collaborate with our universities and research institutes. People-to-people ties have been strong. The Korean language, culture, and cuisine, as well as K-pop, have gained popularity around the world, and Singapore is no exception. One can easily find Korean food at our neighborhood hawker centers and food courts these days. The ROK is one of the top travel destinations for Singaporeans, and Singapore is also a popular summer getaway for Koreans. The expansion of the bilateral air services agreement in 2019 has further enhanced the connectivity between our two countries and in turn boosted our tourism flows. To strengthen our people-to-people ties, we are working closely on potential travel arrangements between our countries, especially in this pandemic period. We look forward to resuming cross-border travel safely between Singapore and the ROK soon. Beyond our bilateral cooperation, we have continued to work closely with the region and at multilateral platforms. In May last year, Singapore and the ROK, together with Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, issued a joint ministerial statement to reaffirm our commitment to maintain trade and supply chain connectivity amidst the pandemic. Like Singapore, the ROK has been a strong supporter of vaccine multilateralism, contributing to the efforts of the COVAX facility. Singapore also welcomes the ROK's increased engagement of ASEAN, as can be seen in the priority areas of the new Southern Policy Plus initiative, such as public health, infrastructure development, connectivity, and trade. This will provide further opportunities for collaboration and economic partnerships between ASEAN and the ROK as we work towards post-COVID-19 recovery. The ROK and ASEAN should continue to look for opportunities to deepen cooperation in areas such as smart cities and cybersecurity. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again extend my warmest congratulations and best wishes to the government and the people of the Republic of Korea on the anniversary of your National Foundation Day. May the long-standing and multifaceted bonds of friendship between our two countries grow ever stronger.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you again for joining us in commemorating the National Foundation Day of the Republic of Korea. As we come to the end of the commemoration, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this short video of Korean National Foundation Day, specially prepared for you. On behalf of the Embassy of the Republic of Korea to the Republic of Singapore, we wish you a very pleasant day. Thank you.